Welcome to the By Steve podcast.
What's up, guys? This is the By Steve podcast, and Happy New Year to you all. It's been a longer period of time than I would have liked since the last podcast, but as we move into 2024, we have a better structure lined up, and hopefully we will see a lot more interviews and a lot more content coming out via the By Steve podcast, which I am excited for one. And hopefully some of you guys are too. The last podcast that we did was selection rejection, when it was a case of myself being at my GB over 40s basketball selection camp. And we are back in the mix. This weekend we are at Nottingham. I am currently at the Village Hotel in my compression recovery leg sleeve, so you might hear the pump in the background. And this weekend we have 20 of the best, or I should say 19 of the best basketball players over 40 that Great Britain has to offer, and me. No imposter syndrome today. We are here for all business. And I'm hoping to catch up with a couple of my teammates and do some interviews with them, so hopefully a bit more content later end of the week or next week from them guys. But this is just a catch up to where we are. It's only a short punchy podcast. Today we are at the Nottingham Wildcats basketball arena. We will be doing some physical testing this morning. It's 6:30 in the morning now. We've got physical testing, I think it's about 10:30. And then we go into our selection process with Jesse Sanzant. So we have 20 guys. By the end of this weekend, we will have 12. And the hope is to make that final selection to get to go to Italy in June for the European Championships. It's going to be a good old weekend. I think 80% of the guys here I already know and know quite well. So it's very competitive, but also very friendly competitive. And we have aspirations of putting together a team that will get a medal. That is the goal. We've got to go to Italy and come back with some kind of medal. So just working through, obviously, like the last podcast was selection rejection, about dealing with the thought process of not making the final cut and how to deal with that emotionally. But it's interesting that when you get to this point of the process now, 20 to 12, it's not really about dealing with the process of not making it. It's really about all business focus and just getting the mind right. And I think the one thing that I always try and champion is that you have your own processes. What do you need to do to get yourself in the right mindset? This is the first time that I am going through the GB selection process without playing National League basketball. So I'm not playing anywhere near as much basketball as I would like. And I think from a transparent self-reflection point of view, I'm probably not as fit as I would like to be right now. My hope this weekend is that I am fitter than everybody else, because Christmas, mince pies, cranberry sauce. Did cranberry sauce ever make anybody out of shape? I don't think so. Beer, rum, and all of those things that came with the Christmas break for a lot of us. So it'll be interesting to see how my fitness lines up with everybody else this weekend. And if I am lucky enough to make that final 12, it gives me the kick up the behindy to crack on and get back into what is a sadistic Steve fitness regime. But it's only a quick check-in today. We're at 5 minutes. It's just a little punchy poddy just to let you know that we're still here. Big part of the weekend is GB selection process, and that I will be feeding back on whether I make the squad probably next week now. We're trying to get a podcast in every 2 weeks minimum from now on out for the whole year, so that's my commitment to you guys. If you have any thoughts or feelings, please go to social media or go to the website. The website's www.bysteve.uk, and there's a couple of Instagram pages, but the main one, or the main two I should say, we have the at Steve Foster, STEFOSTER, or the Trained by Steve, which is the fitness page, which is trained_by Steve, trained_by_Steve. But if you've got any questions or comments on the podcast content or anything else that's going out there from us, let us know. But it was just a 6-minute, non-real motivational, really informational, contemplational, not a word, little 6.5, 7 minutes. But what I would like to say, anybody traveling up today from the GB Maxi guys, anybody in the hotel, good luck, and I hope above all everybody stays healthy. Whatever happens selection process wise, we have very little control over now, but these weekends are pretty tough on the body. There's a lot going on, and I just hope everybody gets out alive and with fit, healthy bodies, whatever happens. So good luck, guys. The ladies' teams were the ladies' teams were announced in the week. So if you go to the GB Maxi Instagram page, you'll be able to see what's going on with that. Congratulations to all the girls and ladies that got into their respective age groups. And I'm going to sign off. I'm going to put the coffee on, and I'm going to head down to breakfast in a little bit and start to get my mind right. So quick check-in, peace out, have a lovely weekend, and I will see and speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.
Welcome to the By Steve podcast.